today we're going to actually try to put a stem back into a very nice old Citizen watch. I got the stem from Italy. Let's see if this works. Alright, here's the old stem here, and that is a 065-5260. And here's the new stem. It kind of looks the same. It sort of, it has the same kind of frame to it. The only difference here is this stem seems to have a broader part here, and it looks like it's got some kind of a seal. But this individual says that he's not going to take this in the water, so maybe the seal doesn't matter. And perhaps I can slide the seal back onto the new stem. The tricky part here is going to be sizing the stem, because I want the stem and crown to be able to fit perfectly here. So I've got to do some interesting cutting here. So let's open this package up. So the first thing I need to do is to go to the Department of Crowns. Obviously these big buggers are for pocket watches and will not do, so I've got to have smaller crown sets like these ones here. So what I want to do is fit a crown on here first to make sure the crown will go on here on the tube, right where my pinky is, and it won't obstruct anything. It'll kind of go over the tube. I've got a bunch of crowns here, watch crowns here, and I also want to make sure that that crown that I picked can screw onto the stem that I have. So I want to make sure that there's a good fit there as well. These watch crowns, there's a lot of them here, but they don't look very big. Yeah, they look kind of small. So I'll have a look through these and see if there's any crowns in here that might fit. They all look a bit too small though. Just at first glance they look too small. These crowns are spring bars. These are spring bars here. No, I've got some spring bars and screws here or something. These are more crowns here, and so these crowns are a bit bigger, and yeah, might work. The crown has got to fit over the top of this thing. So when I open this up, problem is there's a lot of tape here. I'm going to fix that tape problem. And here's a bunch of parent dust-proof crowns, but they are way too small. If you look at these crowns, they're teeny weeny. So I don't know why they're always selling these little tiny crowns, and they're never useful in watches. So, alright, I might have found a crown that fits. Here's the crown here. Looks pretty small, but it might work. Who knows? Let's have a look here and see what kind of fit I get in this watch. And there we go, and look at that. Fits almost perfectly. Now the trick is the stem depth. So this is the very tricky part, so I don't want to screw this up. So I'm going to just basically screw the crown onto the stem for now and see how deep it goes. Alright, here's the crown screwed onto the stem right now, but it's probably way too long. So now I have to do some estimating on how far this is actually screwed in. I'll probably end up marking that just slightly, but I'm going to put that into the watch and see what happens. Stand by. I think I can just push this straight in like that. And so this is now in. Obviously it's too long, but what we're going to do here is turn this around and have a look at this and see where it sits. So as I'm turning it, you see on the top there it's turning that indicator, so that's probably good, and it turns it one way, not the other way. So, and if I push it in, it's making noise, but it's not changing the time, so I'm not sure if that's working. It may have to go deeper to change the time, so I have to take this and push a little button to see if I can get it any further. Well, I think I'm going to have to charge the watch up here just to see how this crown functions, because I don't think it's a mechanical connection. I think it's a electronic connection, so I can't size this properly until I know how it functions. And I know it's set in here, and I know it's exactly the same type crown as the one that came out. I just had another look at it, and so there's no problem there. So I'm going to have to leave this in the sun or let it charge for a while to make sure it actually is able to set. So that's it for now, and we'll see what happens. Well, actually, I'm coming back for 2 seconds, so before I show you, before I complete this video, I'm going to show you this little light thing I've got. And this is a watch charger. So you put the watch on top of the charger and it blasts it. So if you look at the input outputs, oh my god, this thing will blind you, by the way. If you're looking at it while it's on, this will blind you. So you really have to be careful and make sure the watch is solidly on the top of this there. It's got a square insert here and it's got a round insert. So let me see if I can find the round insert, because that's the one that would be needed for this watch. And the round insert, let me see, it's one of these. This one here perhaps, and the watch would go over the top like that. So you want to make sure there's a good seal here. And I should probably make a separate video on this all together, but I'll just end this video with this one here. So I'm going to leave the rubber band on here, and I need to charge this watch up because I want to see if this stem is, because it's turning here and it's going tick tick tick, and it's the exact same stem. So it might actually be an electromechanical kind of thing. So put that on the top like this, and then don't put your eyeballs in front of this when you turn it on, because it's a beast. So let me just plug this in here, and one, yeah, that's the highest rate. I just pick this up for 2 seconds and show you here. I'm just going right out of the way here. There, you see how bright that is? Oh my god, that'll blind you. So there we go. We're going to charge this watch up for a while and see if I can get some movement on it. And this is my sun alternative.